You guys are going to like Real Mature because it has everything that we all want in movies. It has sex, it has violence. Redding, our protagonist, is dead to begin with. He's stuck in a purgatory or like a hell state of his own design where he's forced to watch the love of his life, Felicia, move on to somebody else in the most carnal sense.
Redding may not be learning from his mistakes, but he's looking at his mistakes.
Yeah.
For me, Real Mature was more about life after relationships, how you move on, although I suppose for Ben's character would be death after relationships. Relationships are something that everybody can relate to, and not all of them last.
The end of every relationship is acrimonious, and there are obviously degrees of that. However, from the male perspective, it can get incredibly ugly, and I thought it would be interesting to kind of explore just how ugly from a fantasy perspective it could be.
I would not call Real Mature a horror movie. I would call it a psychological thriller. But don't get me wrong, I mean, there are definitely some gruesome or graphic elements.
I love the horror that I see in Real Mature, but we're definitely doing a character study here on Redding. Because of that, you could call it a drama if you wanted to. DJ says at some point I called it a psychosexual horror thriller, so I guess that's the genre.
That's probably that's the closest thing I could think of. If you like The Thing, The Shining, Return of the Living Dead, the original Halloween by John Carpenter, it is not like any of those movies, but if you like those movies, you will like this. Ken and I have been working on projects for a long time, mostly projects that we wrote, but this was such a strong script. Ken was like, oh, we gotta do this, and I read it, it's like, oh, kind of got to do it because it's something that we wouldn't have done otherwise.
Yeah, it's not like our work.
Exactly.
I found out about Andrew through a Fangoria article talking about one of his most recent books at the time.
I put out a book of, I guess, I call it impressive suicidal postcard fiction, and Ken sent me a Fright-O-Verse film called Theism. I was just super impressed by how abstract and haunting it was while also being unpretentious. It's just something where I knew right away that I wanted to work with these guys.
Real Mature is definitely the most interesting shoot I've ever been on. It was challenging at times, but I enjoyed that.
You're in it together, a team giving it your 100%, and I feel like our cast did that.
The work ethic and dedication and preparation of everybody involved was mind-blowing. Every actor, everybody in the crew just completely busted their ass and brought a really uncomfortable vision to life.
I think there's some positivity and hope that can be taken out of a story as dark as Real Mature. It takes something that can be very shameful when you're as exposed as you are in a relationship and bring light to it in a very honest and I think deep, truthful way.
At this point, I have seen a rough cut of the film, pre-color correction, pre-sound mastering, and pre-voiceover. And I think it's just obvious, even at this state, that it's going to be, I think, compelling, a little bit shocking, a little bit jarring.
We're here at the final stage. We see the finish line, and we know how awesome this project is. We need to get some work done, and we just need your help.
We need to get color correction, sound design, score. We need a score for the thing, get this thing into festivals, and get it in front of people, because what purpose is there having a short if there isn't an audience for it? So that's why we're reaching out to you guys in hopes that you can help us finish the spectacular short. We have some crazy stuff for the people that contribute. This will be your way of seeing the short. We got some rad shirts, some of Andrew Bonazelli stuff that's really cool, some signed stuff.
The experience that I had shooting with these guys was so edifying in every way, and the work that they've done step by step to bring this to fruition is just like, it blows my mind. It's super humbling. If you're interested in contributing some money in lieu of buying me a drink someday, that 5 to 10 to, if it's a full bar tab, $100 will go a long way towards making me a lot more pleasant the next time we get drinks.
Do you like emotional relationship dramas? Do you also like graphic sexual situations and violence? Then you will like Real Mature. If you don't like those things, you could still donate anyway because you like us as people.
Yeah, we're good people.
We're good people. That's Real Mature. Please help us make it happen. We're so thankful and grateful. And we'll get a kick-ass project out of it and something you're going to enjoy watching later. Thanks. That's it. Peace out.